If nothing else, being on YouTube has taught me patience. I have been creating on this platform since 2022. March of 2022 specifically is when I uploaded my very first video. And if I'm being real, I am notoriously bad at giving myself flowers. And so I'm here to give myself some flowers today. And I'm gonna give y'all some flowers too. And I figured that this year I would start a new Vlogmas tradition of a channel yearbook. And it would mean so much to me if y'all would sign my yearbook by leaving a comment below of your favorite moment from my channel this year or at any point, or just like favorite moment from a show that we covered here. Anything you could think of. If you just want to do a guest book style, say hi, sign your name real quick and then dip. Appreciate that too. Actually, don't dip, watch the video. So yeah, let's get into my 3rd year on YouTube, 2nd year in the YouTube partner program, still crazy. And I'm getting ready to move into year 4 and 2 things are happening. One, I'm like, OMG, I can't believe I've been creating on YouTube for 4 years in 2026. And on the other hand, I'm like, oh my God, it's only been 4 years. And there's so many more to go, hopefully. If everything pans out, there's so many more to go. I recently posted a series of polls. Shout out to everyone who voted on them. So many of you voted on them. I need to see that same energy on my non-poll content. You know, I got a few people on the yearbook, and of course I have it here in front of me. My girl, Alandria, obviously had to make the biggest picture on the yearbook because the face card is never declining. And some people's faces we won't be seeing, but we know who it is. So I asked about perfect match, and you voted on the woman most likely to be on perfect match and the man most likely to be on perfect match. You all voted Allie from Love is Blind season 9, I believe it was, to be the most woman to be on perfect match. I found that really interesting because I can't see her going on perfect match. She wants a millionaire. I don't think she's gonna find a millionaire on perfect match, but that's what y'all voted. This is the people's vote. This next one did make sense to me. You voted Jeremiah, the most likely man to be on perfect match. I could see that all day. Realistically, I could see that girl that he was with on Love Island being on perfect match, but she's already dating somebody from perfect match if y'all didn't know. Who happens to look like Jeremiah. No one's talking about how Louis and Jeremiah could be kin. Speaking of Jeremiah, and she who will not be named on this channel and will not be seen, but we got to talk about her because she was very prominent in Love Island culture and in the zeitgeist in general in 2025. So most toxic couple of the year, no surprise, Jeremiah and this woman. Best couple of the year, again, no surprise, Nick and Alandria, and they look damn good in this. They just both look so good. Look at them. Shout out to them. Fucking gorgeous. Nick and Alandria, best couple of the year. I think that goes without saying. They have been everywhere. The second that they hit the scene outside of Fiji, I have not been able to escape them. They've just been everywhere. And I just love this for them. And I know there's talk about if this is a publicity relationship. Look, I don't care. I want it to be real. Like, I would love for it to be real. But even if it's not, they look damn good together faking it. I'm sorry. I gotta be the one to say it. Now, before we get into this next segment of the video, if you've been watching my 12 days of Vlogmas so far, shout out to you. Then you know that I have a wine advent calendar from Maker Wine. So I'm gonna throw it on over to myself. At the Vlogmas confessional, and we're gonna do today's pick. All right, y'all, at this point, it is getting harder and harder. We are here. We are here, please. We are here for day 5 of the wine advent calendar from Maker. If you've been following along, you know that I don't like dry wine. And every single wine, 1 through 4, this has hope. This has hope. Every single wine, 1 through 4, has been dry as hell. Next year, I'm gonna need them to come up with 2 boxes. I'm gonna need one for the dry wine lovers, one for the dessert wine lovers, because y'all are trying to take us the hell out. Okay. I'm convinced that this... All right, I'll see y'all for day 6. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. You also voted on worst cast of the year. Again, no surprise here. Love is Blind season 9. Hot garbage of a mess of a season. I don't think any season could get worse than that. But I'm sure they're gonna try to outdo themselves at some point. Best cast of the year, we have Love Island USA season 7. I'm a little confused on how this got best cast, but let me see who else I put them up against. Because now I'm actually kind of curious on who else y'all didn't think had the best cast. Now, keep in mind that I only put in people for the vote on shows that I covered. And, well, I guess except for Love Island. The reason that Love Island showed up so much in the vote, even though I didn't technically cover it, I think I only did one video on it, is because I actively watched it, so I saw the season. And because, again, it was just so much in the zeitgeist that I could not get away with it. Everybody was talking about there's a new islander. I think Duolingo did a video about it being a new islander. Waking up on the island was trending or something like that. So I think I kind of had to end up putting that in there because it just did. It would be like going to an award show and not putting the most popular song to win an award from that year. It's like, you kind of have to, like, you could not escape that song. Like, They Not Like Us, when that was popping, if that didn't come up in a category for most popular song or record of the year or whatever, if that didn't come up, you'd be like, who made this list? Because clearly that song should have been on there. If I would have made this list without Love Island, it just would not have made functional sense. So on the list was The Ultimatum Queer Love Season 2, Perfect Match Season 3, Love is Blind Season 9, which they were never going to win Best Cast, and then Love Island. Overwhelmingly, 61% of you out of 431 votes voted for Love Island USA Season 7 to be the best cast of the year. Now, I think someone left a comment about this. I think that The Ultimatum Queer Love probably had the best cast of the year. They had a lot of fuckery going on. But if you want to talk about just overall normal people, I would have to say I would give it to The Ultimate Queer Love, but I think Love Island won because we do have Nicolandria and they're so popular. I found it interesting that Love Island USA season 7 got Best Cast. And then going for another, I think Love Island USA might be the most awarded just in general, and that's why I said you could not escape it. Show with the worst scandals. I didn't want to over-explain this. I feel like when you over-explain categories like this, people start second-guessing things. I left this very open. I didn't say the season with the most scandals. I said the show with the most scandals. And hands down, if you have even remotely been paying attention to what's going on with Love Island USA, then you know that this is the show, the franchise, with the most scandals this year. Because not only have they had a lot of stuff come out of season 7, they also had a lot of stuff come out of season 6. And if I'm being real, the reason that I didn't put in the Janae situation is because I felt like it was too serious to be in a fun little yearbook that I'm doing for YouTube. Her man was racist. I'm not putting that in my yearbook. I'm only mentioning him just to say how disgusting he is. And so if you're wondering, OMG, that was like a crazy thing that happened on Love Island USA. Yeah, the reason it didn't make it in is because it's beyond reality TV. You dated her knowing that you were not attracted to her, and on top of that, not only not attracted, you actually found her gross because of her race, and you stuck with her for the clout. You're fucking sick. That's sick. So that's why that situation didn't make it in. Know that it was on my radar, but I just thought it was too serious of a situation to put in this yearbook. Most awkward show moment, you know what? I thought that Edmund kissing the floor might have pulled through and won, but y'all chose Casey and Patrick breakup, and you know, it was very awkward, so I ain't mad at y'all for that. But oh, look at this, best YouTube audience of the year, you guys. So you might be wondering, why is she saying that we're the best YouTube audience of the year? Like, you know, I'm a super small creator. A lot of bigger creators have super loyal audiences, but I would argue that the bigger you get, you know, it's a little easier for you to have that pull. When you're a small creator and you're building community like I am in the stage of doing right now, and you've been following me for a while, you probably like, girl, you've been saying you build a community for like 3 years. Yeah, I am. The entire time I'm working on building community because it's not where I want it to be yet. I want us, you know, I want us to get there. So I say that I have the best audience because y'all have showed up for me a lot this year. You know, we out here doing the thing. Just love where we're going. I see the vision. I think that's great. I think you guys are amazing, and I know you're going to continue to be amazing next year. Let's get into some more channel specific things. So I uploaded 66 videos to YouTube this year. That might not sound like a lot, but wait till you hear this. On average, give or take, that is 462 hours spent editing. I did this on a scale of assuming it takes me 7 hours to edit each video, which is about right. And that doesn't even include the time of pulling the clip. So really, it's probably 7+. But assuming 7 hours each video, that's 462 hours spent editing. And if that doesn't sound like a lot to you, that's almost 20 days of editing, give or take, and probably give a little bit more. That's almost a month I've spent editing all year. Just to pick a month, wipe it out, That's the one I spent editing. So that's pretty crazy. And that doesn't include Vlogmas because I stopped counting right before I started my Vlogmas video. And it's 11 videos going out for this. So I'm just saying it's a lot. And that put it in perspective for me, but I also hope that it puts it in perspective for you. You know, I'm working over here. So video with the most comments. It was actually Brussels sprout gate. And see, this is what I say about Ultimate and Queer Love Season 2. This was the Queer Love reunion video, and this video got 320 comments, which is insane. It is my most viewed video this year with 30,000 views. Also pretty crazy. In contrast, my video with the least amount of views is actually from my cult classic commentary series. I did a video on A Clockwork Orange and it got 142 views. Y'all really not fucking with A Clockwork Orange, huh? It's crazy because you should be. It's the world we're living in. You might not be familiar with my cult classic commentary series because it's really only something I do as a one-off. Every once in a while I use it. Really, if I don't have any content coming and I need something to post, I'll usually do a cult classic commentary. So it's not anything I'm pushing super hard, but it does exist. I think I have 2 or 3 videos as opposed, just 2. I did one on Clueless, and then I did this one on A Clockwork Orange. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's a third. I think just those 2. So if you're interested in some cult classic, I will link that playlist below. No one liked A Clockwork Orange. I think that is a movie that everybody should see. I've seen it twice. I had to watch it twice because the first time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? What was that? And then I marinated on it a little bit and I was like, okay, let me watch that again because I feel like there's more to it. And the second time I really got, you know, the philosophical meaning of it. It's very dystopian. I enjoy it. This year I also did my first live stream with another creator. You may know him. Me and I Be Chillin' did our Love is Blind live, and we actually ended up doing 3 of them for the season. So that was amazing. That was exciting. My first time ever doing like any sort of collab with another creator, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I fucks with him. I also covered 3 new shows, 3 new to my channel shows this year. Perfect Match, Squid Game The Challenge, and Selling the City. Selling the City's not getting another season, so it'll be my first and last, but yeah, I picked up 3 new titles this year. I also started 2 new channel series. Vlogtober, I had never done that before. And then I also started Comfort Movie and a Meal, which I am going to get back to. I know some of you ended up following me and finding my channel through that series. It's not gone. It's just that the end of the year is so incredibly busy. As you can see from these 12 videos and all the reality shows I've been covering. Those videos where I have to cook and do all that, it takes hours to film those videos, like 5-6 hours to film those videos because of the angles and the talking and the cooking and the prep and all that. So I simply did not have time to do it at the end of this year. I'm hoping that I'm going to be back with it in January. I know I'm going to be back, if not January, February for sure, but we'll see what happens in January. But that series is not going anywhere. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. If you haven't seen any of those videos, check them out. It's literally exactly what it sounds like. Comfort Movie and a Meal. I choose a comfort movie that's one of mine, or most recently I've been taking your suggestions. I think 3 out of the 4 that I've done for this series have been suggestions from you. And I still have a list of other suggestions that I've gotten. So if you're like, girl, didn't I suggest something, you didn't do it? No, it's not that I'm not going to do it. Everything that you guys suggest is going to get done eventually. It's just that, you know, like I said, end of the year is crazy busy, but I'm really looking forward to coming back with that series because I'm trying to eat, so I can bake my back too. Next up, we have my favorite video that I have created this year, and it's actually my video on The Substance. I so love this movie. I think this was my favorite movie that I've watched this year. I've seen it like 3 times. It's so good. It's very cleverly shot. I just think it's a masterpiece. I mean, aesthetically, it's beautiful. Story-wise, it gives you something to think about. It's just a great movie. If you haven't seen The Substance, you should. Or you should just go watch my video on it because y'all know that I give a pretty thorough recap. But yeah, I mean, the movie is worth the watch. I will say that. And I'll do you one better. You should go in blind on the movie. Don't look up the synopsis. I had only ever seen 1 trailer for The Substance and I was like, that looks good, and then never thought about it again. And then when I remembered it, I was like, oh, I gotta watch that. I don't know if it's since I created this channel or not, but I really appreciate going in on movies blind because then I don't have this preset expectation of it, or I don't really know what to expect. I'm not trying to, you know, figure things out. I'm just going in and having a genuine experience watching. And that is mostly what I did with The Substance. Like I said, I saw 1 trailer, but I mean, go into this. I don't even want to tell you what it's about. Watch the movie and then come back and watch my video on it. The movie was a masterpiece. I don't think it came out this year though. I think it came out towards the end of last year, but masterpiece in my opinion. 10s across the board. Something else that happened this year, and something that I didn't even think I was hitting anytime soon, my channel hit over 1 million lifetime views. That means from the moment that I uploaded my first video back in March of 2022 to the very last video that I posted before I started to post Vlogmas, my total channel views is over 1 million. That is crazy. I just don't know what to do with that information. That's a lot of views for this little corner. That's why I always say welcome to my little corner of YouTube, because in the grand scheme of things, this is just a little slice of the pie. I'm just a little slice of the pie over here. When I saw that it had hit over 1 million, I was like, 1 million who? Like, whose stats are I'm looking at? My stats. Kind of crazy. So yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed this yearbook. It's been fun to kind of look back at what's happened with the channel this year and some of y'all's favorite moments. I have a feeling that out of all my Vlogmas videos, this is probably going to be the most popular because it directly relates to you. Project gets like 0 views. The way that I see it going now is going to be a staple on the channel. So every Vlogmas, expect this yearbook. If you have any suggestions on maybe some categories that you wish you would have seen for the polls, let me know. I'll add it to the list for next year if it makes sense. And until then, I'll see y'all for the next Vlogmas day. Merry Vlogmas. Shadow, what are you doing over there? You are not about to get those snacks, sir. They up there for a reason. That's why they're on the level you can't reach. Yeah, nice try. I'll give you a snack after I'm done. You just ate. You're greedy. You're a big bat. The other one. Ooh, that was... Did I scare you? Sorry, I cracked my neck. That was crazy. Forehead is in full effect. That's crazy work. There is something in my eye. What isn't there, child? My eyelashes are on a whole nother level.
When the clock is striking 12